Are you trying to make a podcast? Then you need to download the Anchor app. It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. One, it's free. We all love free 99. Then there's this creation tools that allow you to record straight from the app and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Awesome. Also, it allows you to distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud. It can be heard everywhere. So that is one of the great tools that I love about Anchor. Also, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need in a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app and go to anchor.fm to get started. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Smell the Roses podcast with AP, y'all. I'm back. I know it's been a minute, but your girl is back and shit is popping off. You know what I mean? If you haven't been looking at my Instagram lately, you will see that I have started my vending machine business, Rosette Vending. You can check us out at rosetteenterprises.co.co. Yeah, shit is lit. I'm fucking proud of myself. I'm a black owned business. I'm a business owner with my family. You know, we're doing this shit. So I feel good about that. I know I said I was gonna do an update video about, still being unemployed. I'm gonna do that later, cause we got some real shit to talk about today, and I'm gonna put this out tonight, the day before we find out the day of the election, or the last day to vote, and the day before we found out. Like, I saw a post, somebody said, who did you vote for, Satan or Lucifer? That was so, like, it's fucking real. So yeah, we got that important stuff to talk about. But anyways, we're about to get right into it. Even though I was talking about myself as being a BBW, a Black Business of the Week, I wanted to, I gotta put out other people because I gotta support Black. I know, I root for Black. So I want to shout out a childhood friend, or someone that I went to school with, middle school with, actually. She has her own fitness apparel company called Weight on It. It's a little pun. I really like it. It's spelled WEIGHTONIT. Check them out. Check her out on Instagram. She has everything. I ordered, because I'm trying to get fine, and and all that stuff. I ordered the what is it called? The stuff you put on your stomach, the sweating cream stuff that you put on your stomach. Then you put the sweatband over it to sweat. So I bought that, and I've had to get her little cute water bottle that she had. It's like a cute little weight. That's why I say it's a cute little play on words. It's a cute little water bottle that's shaped like a weight, and it's so cute, and it's very usable too, because I use it when I'm like on the treadmill. On a bike, while I'm on a stationary bike. I fill it with ice and water to make it heavy, and do like little arm exercises while I'm on the bike. So that's lit. So she has that. So check her out. She she has some great stuff. I gotta go back and order me a 2-piece of her workout she has, cause she said it fits us thick curvy girls. So I gotta get it. So I'm working out. I gotta look cute when I work out, and I want my clothes to fit over this cute ass. I might cut that out. But now check her out. Weight on It. It's really good. Check out her website as well. It's really great. So as I was saying, she got her Weight on It has their fitness apparel. I've got the health tip, and really it's just me being consistently running lately. Like, I did that run tracker app they have on an iPhone, and it told me I've been consistent for like 5 or 6 weeks. So that's like a month or so, like a month and a half. Like I'm so proud of myself. Like you remember before I told him my goal is to get back to when we used to work out for volleyball. We had to make a mile in a certain amount of time in order to play for that week. Shit was real. But anyways, so that's my goal, to get back to that shit, because it's been a minute since I did that shit on purpose. So I'm close to my goal. Remember I was saying I was in a fucking 20 minutes because I used to walk and run, and now I'm at 14. So I'm close to 10 minutes. I'm getting there. Shit, but I'm feeling good. Like, I'm looking good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just be consistent with it. Just I push myself because I don't want to freaking stop, because I already feel good. I feel good. That means I'm doing something good, and also it keeps me, sweating shit off with all the shit that's going on in the world outside. It's like a commonplace. And now, I took Fatty, my dog. I took him to the park this past week. Because I wanted to see if he would run with me, and he was running good. I let him run on the leash, and then I let him run off the leash, and he was running right beside me, so it was good, until he saw like a white person. Yeah, I think Fatty's racist. He don't like white people or people who has a lighter skin tone. um, he looks scary, but he will not do anything. But for some reason, while we're walking, if you look white and you are white, he will perk up and look like he's about to attack. So beware, because I don't think he will do anything. But also, if you know his dad, Bowser, that's my baby. Bowser, you couldn't fuck with me. Bowser would not let you fuck with me or come close to me. So I don't know if he has that tendency. I mean, his mother's also my baby, Akai. She she was a little cuckoo too, so that's why I think he has her side, because she was quiet with it. I think he has that silent attack. He's like me. You don't mess with the quiet ones. They the crazy ones that fuck you up and you don't even know it. But anyways, let's get into TV music shit, y'all. This shit kept popping up, LoveCraft Country on Amazon, for me to watch. And I'm like, I don't want to see another fucking slave slave TV show again. Like, I don't want to do it. But bruh, my mom watched it. Me and my mom kind of the same. So I kind of trust her TV shows, kind of don't, because she be a little cuckoo too. But yo, LoveCraft Country is what we need right now. Like, oh my god, it's so crazy. Like if y'all haven't seen that SNL skit with Issa Rae, when she was trying to explain to them like LoveCraft Country, when she was on a football scene, she was like, "Yo, it's you can't explain it. You just gotta freaking watch that shit." Yo, black people, we are fucking magical. We are magical. We are the shit. Like, I mean, I already know that, but like, LoveCraft Country, like, it put that shit on 200. Like, it makes you remember who and what we are and what we can do and what we are doing. We are the chosen people. Like, we are the creators of every fucking thing in this world. So, let me try to break it down to see how I can get you to. Cause like when I'm explaining it to you, you'll think I'm crazy. Yo, I feel like I'm like reiterating the Issa Rae skit, cause that's exactly what she said. But just fucking listen. Yo, okay, just listen. Be open. What I say may be crazy, but the shit, you gotta watch the whole thing in its time. You watch the one episode. I'm telling you, watch the one episode. You would be hooked. Okay. Basically, there's Tick. There's Tick, Tick, Tick. Atticus. Was it Atticus Freeman? Is that his name? But yes. He basically is the main character, and he was in the war. I think it was a Vietnam War, Korean War, Vietnam, I think. So he has like, that PTSD and stuff. He has some shit that went on. Met a girl, Asian, Vietnam, Vietnamese girl. The Vietnamese girl had some crazy shit going on as well. So basically, two crazy people, something happened. And then he's from Chicago. His family's really into reading books. They're very intelligent, which we black people we are. You have Hippolyta. That's my fucking girl, Hippolyta. Yo, Hippolyta. She's the mathematician. She know how to get that shit right. She know all the shit. Um, I don't even know. Like y'all just gotta freaking watch it. Like that show is legit. It makes me fall in love with being black. Like it just inspire me to keep fucking going to know our ancestors. Like our ancestors are with us. Lately, I've been like, what is it? Going against the grain on the shit that we've been taught that we were young, and actually exploring the shit without being scared that the devil gonna get me or I'm gonna go to hell and some shit like that. Like for instance, Halloween just passed. I literally is my first time like decorating. I mean, my mom let me carve pumpkins when I was little, but once I seen that pumpkins get mold, I was like, fuck no. I'm good. I don't need to carve pumpkins. So, but anyways, when we in church, black church, Baptist church, I don't know, black people, they say Halloween is the devil's birthday or Halloween's the devil's day and shit like that. So, yeah. So growing up like that, you just thinking like, oh no, we don't celebrate Halloween and this and that, even though we go to parties and get dressed up and shit and celebrate Halloween, but we don't go trick or treating. I was telling my friend like, have you heard of Hallelujah Night? Like that's what you go to in a black church. Instead of you going out and trick or treating in the neighborhood, you'll go to the church and they have some activities for you and get prizes and candy and shit. But my mom, my parents, they let us do both. Like I wanted to be like a scary person, I guess, for Halloween one year for Hallelujah night. My mom said no, I couldn't be that because we can't do that in church. Like that stuck with me as a child because like I can do that when we're outside of the church. I can be whatever costume I want to be, but in church I got to be like Pink Power Ranger. I mean, which I was cool with. I get two costumes, but still, it was like I wanted to be a scary monster. But this year was the first time I decorated. I did like a little DIY, do it yourself project. I did some cute little floating witches hat. Like they were floating, like you didn't know how they were attached or whatnot. Yeah, I kept seeing the little kids. I was watching them on the camera. The little kid kept trying to go in the driveway and look under the hat to see how I was making the hats float and shit. It was so cute. But yeah, it was just shit like that. Also, I don't know if you heard about ancestor altars. So I know you heard of like the altars when people like have their whatever they worship as their altar. But I recently saw the ancestor altar, which is I think I really want to get into that because I think oh well, again, Lovecraft Country made me want to get into my ancestors. I was already doing the ancestry tree and shit. Like I already did that shit and figure out where we're from. Which I don't think was a. I mean, it lets me know that I know I'm fucking. We're from Africa. He said I was Nigerian, which I believe as well. But I'm gonna have to do that expensive one, that African ancestry test by black people. I believe. You know what? I'm not sure. Let me not say that, but basically, this African ancestry test lets you know what tribe you're from. That's what I want to know. I want to know my ancestors. So the ancestor altar, it just lets you communicate with your ancestors, them helping you out. Because I'm pretty sure. I mean, I talk to the people who's gone in each side of my family. I feel like I talk to them in some way. Like I talk to them through the stars. I don't know how to explain it, but for some reason, I feel like when I see stars right over me, I feel like that's my family members, my dogs, or whoever died that I love looking over me. So yeah, so that's what I told my mom about, it, and she was like, I mean, cause she watched Lovecraft Country too, so it's like, yeah, of course, it's not fucking scary. It's just what we probably did back in the day that they told us not to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, check that out. I found that on the I don't have my phone because I'm recording on it. But I want to say the Instagram people are Soulful Vibes Co. or Soul Vibes Co. I don't know if it's Soulful or Soul Vibes Co. But check that out. That's where I got the little image of how to set up your ancestor altar. It's really easy because basically you need like all of the different elements, like the names of your ancestors, maybe a piece of cloth or clothing or something you have of them. I don't think I have that of my ancestors, so I'm gonna just have like at Walgreens when I had them pictures that be floating and shit that be on the screen be floating. I'm gonna have that and have like pictures of my ancestors or just names of them, just in case I don't have pictures. Which I know we don't have pictures. I already know. So you need like all the elements: water, fire, air, earth. So you need to have that all the elements. What else? A white cloth. You need to cleanse it with sage. You need to bless it. And what else? Yeah, it's all on my phone. But yeah, check them out. They help you out. But yeah, it's something to think about. Ask questions like when how you were taught, how you were brought up. Like if you have questions about it, ask and don't be scared. Like and asking a question is not a stupid question because you never know. But yeah, so we'll get into it. I want to do a money tip, y'all, and give you this another update. In a previous episode, I was talking about thinking about taking money out of my IRA, to invest in myself, to invest in my business, which basically, what I said earlier in the episode, I did. So I did. I went ahead and did take some money out of my IRA without any penalties, like I was telling you guys. So if you have an IRA or I'm not really sure if it's for or if it's with the 401ks as well, but I would ask whoever you are with, like, because I didn't have a penalty. Yeah, I didn't have to pay nothing. He allowed me to get 10% out. Yeah, 10%. I was allowed to get 10% of my IRA out, so it wasn't, it was a small amount, and it wasn't a loan. It was money that I took out of my own money, and I don't have to pay back because, I'm already invested in it. I think it's every 2 weeks I'm putting money in it. So yeah, y'all, I was so excited. Like I took that risk. I was literally on like, chilling with my grandma at that time, and I was just like, I've been pushing myself to do shit like that I'm scared of. Like I was just telling my mom, if I feel scared to do something, like I feel that doubt creeping in, I it lets me know that I have to do it. Like I have to say yes. I have to do it. I have to do it. Um, but yes, I feel good about it. I would say look into everything in your financial process, especially with COVID going on, because that is what helped me. COVID giving a lot of people a lot of breaks. So ask questions, see, I mean, even about your credit. Ask people for a pause, a break. I can't think of the name for some reason right now. Let me think. A deferral. Ask for a deferral. Cause COVID's going on. People are going through shit. Like it's real out here. Like COVID isn't going away. They told us before that it's going to get worse during these times in the fall, the winter time. So we just gotta get the shit right. Ask for help during these times. This is fucking free money. Um, I know it may change after tomorrow, but I'm just saying before we don't know what's gonna happen, but ask for help because the shit they giving out free money, y'all. But I'm gonna go ahead and take a break and come right back, y'all. So welcome back. I had to take a break because I was talking too long, but now we're about to get right into Rose's thought. Like I said, this is an important Rose's thought tonight. It's Tuesday, the day of election day, the last day to vote for your presidential candidates. We have the Orange Man and we have the what we want to call him, the Mummy or Zombie. So we had to decide between one of those two. For the future of this country that we live in called the United States of fucking America. USFA. Oh my gosh, my dog just fucking farted. Oh my gosh, fatty. Shit. Can't breathe. Oh my gosh, it's coming up now. Shit. You killing me. You killing me. But so yeah. Coming to you today with Rose's thought to basically talk about voting. Vote. Voting. Vote, vote, vote. My first time voting was the second term of the most famous, the most historical man to be in the office. Our president, forever our president, Barack Hussein Obama. Peace out. He dropped the mic. So yeah. That was my first time voting his second term because during his first term, my senior year, I was actually still like 17, so I was not able to vote during the time he was running for his first term. So I mean, I was happy that he won because I wore my Obama shirt. After the next day that he won, because I tried to stay up that day too because I was trying so hard, but I went to sleep. I remember we was still at the old house. Yeah, we was at the old house, and I was still, yeah, it was high school junior year. I think Obama won. I think they were my junior year of high school. That's when he won his first term. So yeah, I guess my first introduction into presidents was George Bush. Well, no, Bill Clinton, because everybody used to say that was our, if you don't see me, quote unquote, black president. So that's how I knew Bill Clinton. Basically, the black people like Bill Clinton, so that was our president at that time. I was little, so I didn't know about the whole scandal, the whole what's the damn girl name? Well, I can't think of her name. I see it, but I can't think of her name. What the Beyonce song? Monica Lewinsky all on that. So yeah. So yes, I was too young to know about all that stuff. Anyways, so yeah, so that was my introduction. And then the next thing was when Bush, I guess. Who was after Bush? Was this old Bush, then the next Bush? Anyway, it was the younger Bush. Was my introduction to politics, to presidents. I remember even during that time, we used to have mock elections in elementary, and it was Al Gore and George Bush, and I was voting for Al Gore. And what's crazy? Oh, it's because we watched the Al Gore video when he was talking about um, not climate control. What is it called? Y'all know what I'm talking about, the climate and shit. Talking about the climate, the one that the orange man is declining to recognize is happening in present day time. But yeah, that was my reasoning for voting for Al Gore because that just seemed logic to me as a freaking elementary student at that time. So you can see how, I guess, liberal or smart I was at that time. And then 9/11 happened, and that showed me how stupid a person would be no matter what title they have. Because I was in third grade when 9/11 happened. And yeah, and that's when I found out about presidents. And then, when you get into middle school, high school, you learn your history and stuff. And for us in Texas, we got to learn Texas history and U.S. history. So I was very fascinated. History was my subject. I literally we used to take the TASK test or TOS test. I forgot. I'm so old. But we used to take that test, the school test, every year. And on social studies in middle school, I like basically got the highest grade in the school. So I like history. But yeah, so that introduced me into the y'all, I can think of none of my history shit now, and I know the shit. Not the three stages, the three branches of government. And it basically in my mind, as soon as I'm reading the shit, I'm basically like, so like the president don't have no fucking say so. Literally, it's the Congress that governors everything that comes out of that branch of government. So that introduced me to politics. So I already had that in mind, and then you also read about when you really read your history, and some dumb fucking artist or musician tries to act like nobody else knew about it when everybody else knew about it. I forgot who it was. It was like, duh, we all know that. But basically, the political parties, basically, they were reversed at the beginning. So basically, I'm putting my quotations up in my hands. Basically, you know how they say black people will vote for will vote Democrat, and a white person will vote Republican. Well, when a first party initially started, that would be reverse. Reverse would mean that a black person will want to be Republican. They are the good people. That's who you want to lead your government. And then back in the day, that means the Democrats would be the bad people because they the ones who is enforcing slavery and all the other bullshit that the Republicans are doing present day. So that's the history behind the political parties. And me knowing that, I'm just like, what was the reason they switched? It was something with slavery. It was a war. I can't remember which one it was, but that's the reason why the political party switched. And so it's like, me knowing that, I think I learned that during middle school. So me learning that during middle school, it's like, why the fuck are there parties in the fucking first place? Like, does it really matter? I feel like if you're a fucking decent human being and know how I guess, some experience in government, some experience in mental, something in a management position where you know how to govern a body of people, you know how to be defense. It's like you gotta have all the core. I feel like you need to be like the last airbender. You need to learn all the fucking bending styles. You need to be like, what's his name? Israel Sign. You need to be like him. You know, all the freaking styles to be president. Or to be, I don't think we need political parties, honestly. Like, knowing that history is like, what the fuck? And like, to be honest, you will want to vote Republican, but the shit they say and the shit they do is it's like, shit, I gotta do Democrat because they be doing some fucked up shit, but though they be doing the right stuff, it just be so fucked up you can't even go with them. Even though people would go with them because depending on your income status, you need to vote Republican. Like, dead ass. Like, you will need to vote Republican. But depending on the type of person you are, depending on, I guess, your life situation, your money situation, yes, if you over a certain income bracket, you need to vote Republican. But also, you have to have some morals, some values, some fucking common sense as to who you are voting for into office. Again, I'm not telling you who to vote for because that's not what we're supposed to do. You fucking grown. You're at 18 years of age. You know how to fucking read. Social media is too big for you not to know who to fucking to vote for. So yeah, but I'm just giving you these little facts that I think I know. You can look it up. Like I always say, somebody may tell me some shit. I'ma still go do my own research, But like I said, I was just telling y'all my real fucking thoughts, my rosest thoughts, cause it's real. It's real out here. No lie. I really don't like to look at politics or watch politics or listen to politics, but though I don't like to look at the news and stuff like that, I still keep myself in tune by reading. I like to read, so my thing is, instead of me watching and hearing the nonsense, I rather read because at least I'm reading it in my head, and I can make up my own assumptions, and so that kind of helps me out because that's even the same thing with all the. Take a breath on that. Take a breath on that one. With all the senseless killings of black people, I can't, like I said before, I can't watch that. I can't listen to that. I can't continue to look that on my timeline. So instead of me doing that, I read. I read. I mean, my mom. I mean, they have the news be on when you out somewhere or something like that, so you do read it. But yeah, I just can't deal with that. So I rather read. So and I like if you saw my Instagram, I posted it. I just woke up like one morning, like for some reason, like I'm tired of hearing these numbers about shit, and I want to do my own research to see what numbers I come up with. And basically, it's showing like we got like 320 million of us in the U.S. and only 240 of us are registered to vote, and that's based on either 2019 or 2020 numbers. It's recent, so it don't matter. Um, and I want to say in Texas, it's how many do we have in Texas? Dang, I forgot my numbers already. But yeah, I was just doing that research because it's like, yo, what the fuck was going on? Like that I did the one with Texas. We were already like 50% over, 50% and more over the percentage that we voted last year in the total final count of people who voted. So if we already 50% over and we about to reach the max that we hit back in the 2016 election, what the fuck are we doing back in 2016? That's all I keep fucking saying. Like, we hitting all these record numbers of early voting. Like, I have to say, this year was my first time early voting. What was my second? Yeah, so this is my third time voting. So yeah, so Obama, I did it in Missouri City, and then you know this last round, I did it in the Katy area, and so now I'm doing this. So this time I did the same thing. I did early voting, and I was just wondering, like, when I went, it literally took me maybe 15 minutes to maybe stand in the little line that it was, and then to go inside and did my casting, my vote. And I'm just like, where are these lines coming from that they keep showing on the internet? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. But to each his own. As long as you cast your vote, I guess that's all that matters. But yeah. So it's real out here. Now I don't like to watch the news, but people have the news on when I'm around them. But I saw this news thing was showing like how to, help with anxiety, help with nervousness and stuff like that. So I'm like, um, where was this back in 2016? Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, where was this in 2016 when we needed that? Like, we needed that shit back then. Let me think. When the orange guy came into the presidency back then, I was working for a company and I used to come in early so that I can, get off early or whatnot or get in extra hours. Um, so I came into office early that morning. Nobody was in. But then two people came in, like my boss's boss came in, and then the business manager assistant, she came in. So it's basically them two in that area. They came in. They didn't, because they're in a whole different, we're in the same building, same area, but just on a different side. And so I guess they didn't know, because I'm in my cubicles, they didn't know I was there. I was getting my coffee. They loud talking, so they didn't hear me getting my K-cup coffee going on. So, yeah, that was the next day after the Orange Man won, and I already knew what the fuck was going to be happening. I know people was going to be talking, so for me to relax myself, to stay calm at work, I'd had me some kind of chill coffee, if you know what I mean, some relaxing coffee. So I didn't know nobody was there either, so I was trying to make sure it didn't like smell or anything, if you know what I mean. But yeah. So I just hear them talking and they just all happy and laughing and I'm just disgusted. disgusted. Like I had to do my breathing exercises that I do to calm myself, like count to 10, like breathe, talk to myself, like I had to go call my mama because that's my go-to when I'm about to go cray on people or say some shit that I shouldn't. I had to call my mama. You know, mamas always calm me down and shit. I had to go call my mama just to be like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. You know, when you get so mad and frustrated, you about to be like crying and shit. You're not crying because you sad or shit or you hurt. You crying because you want to fight. It was that. Um, but yeah, that feeling is when I first started writing my blog. Um, Literally, I went back to my cubicle and I just started typing. Just started typing how I felt, how I was feeling because I mean, I didn't know what else to do. It was nothing else I could do. I literally had to go back and I had to go to work next day and put on a fucking regular face that I usually do. To stay sane in the business world, the corporate world, amongst the fucking white people that voted for the orange man. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do as a black person, as a black woman. And I think that really needs to be talked about more. I mean, I know they're doing it now, but I'm pretty sure they're doing it for the white people. But for us black people, that's hard to go back into work after an election of people voting for someone that doesn't fucking cares about anybody but himself and that fucking wig that he needs to get done. Like, do he need to cut? Do he need my hairstylist to get him a good fucking lace front? Anyway, but yeah, going back to work that next day was fucking crazy. And then my other instance was when again the orange man was talking about Kaepernick and him kneeling and shit, and all the white people put their arms up in the air, and I dealt with that at my other place of job, and that's when I started my first episode of my podcast. So it seemed like every like, I don't know, political thing or something that just piques my nerves, it makes me start something new. So not gonna lie, I can't wait to see what tomorrow may bring and what may pique in my interest for this year, for 2020, because 2020 has been a fucking year, y'all. Good and bad, 2020 has been a year. So yeah, it's just, I think we need to, especially jobs, they need to have like mental health people there, I believe, for the employees. Because it's hard. And it was some article somebody wrote about that, like going into work, being black amongst other people of lighter tone skin, fucking white people, basically. And then you literally, you just got home the previous day and heard about some other black kid being shot. Then having to wake up the next day, put on your clothes like regular. Just heard about this fucking kid dying and go back to work and smile in front of these fucking people. Like, that's traumatizing. I believe that has to be PTSD. Because for us to do that continuously over and over again, that's PTSD. That's traumatizing. That's why I can't fucking watch the videos. I can't read the shit anymore. Like, as soon as I see a riot or something, I already know somebody's dead. So I stay off of social media. Like, that's how real it is out there. So that's why we have to vote, y'all. We have to vote. Like, I'm gonna be real. I'm not gonna lie. This 4 years of this last presidency, it has discouraged me to vote. It did discourage me to vote. I was talking to my friend that was like, "Oh, you need to vote." Trying to tell me, like, I know I need to vote, but it's still discouraging to vote for somebody, to vote for something, and it doesn't work out in the favor that it should be for the humanity of the world. I mean, of the country. And I would say the world too. excuse me, but that's discouraging, and then especially with everything that's going on in the black community and the police killings, that's also discouraging. It's like these cops never get their due diligence of the shit, the fucked up shit they do. And I'm gonna say two things that I saw recently was I accidentally watched that video of the cop slamming that dude. Accidentally, because I was just watching it. I just thought it was just the cop, just talking to him. I didn't know it was in that detail. I didn't know it was that extreme, and that's why I didn't know, because I I was leaving to go run, so I started my day with that. I had to get that out of my mind because that's too much. And then and then that fucked up cop who wanna fucking sue Breonna Taylor's boyfriend for emotional trauma. What the fuck is wrong with people? Like, what? What? That case better be fucking dropped, because that is stupid. That dude lost his future fiance that he couldn't even fucking propose to, his woman, right in front of his face. And some dumbass go sue him for emotional trauma. And he's the one that killed his girlfriend. That's why we need to vote, y'all. We need to vote. We need to put our voices out there. Us black women, we are the fucking voice. We are the ones who push the shit. We are the ones who go out and vote, because we are the ones who lead the shit. Black women are the leaders. So stop asking us to do the shit. You people who, say black women is black women that, we are the ones that do the shit. So please go out and vote. Go out and vote. I would like to shout out my mom, JB. She did some amazing shit at her job. Because again, I feel like, because I've been in this entrepreneur mindset, this just them just doing their own shit based off of what I did. When we do shit, we set trends, we start stuff. Like we are the shit. But my mom, she was, I guess, she been really about, she was really, I think she was hurt too with, that's crazy. I can't even think of what the last person who died, but somebody, one of the police killings or something happened with some black kid or black person dying, and she was just like, at her job, she's a nurse manager, so she basically told all her people, like, asking they vote, and they just like, oh yeah, not giving a solid answer. Mom was like, you know what, everybody, let's take a break. Y'all, the fatty just fucking farted again. Oh my fucking gosh. Okay, I'm almost done, y'all. I'm about to get it off if I can breathe. But she was like, let's all take a break, and she basically made everybody go, I guess close by, close place to go vote, and they went to go vote. Like, she made everybody go vote, because that's what you fucking do. That's what black women do. We are the leaders. We take the lead. We get shit done when nobody else will. And that's why we need to vote. That's why we need to vote. Again, I told you this Rosa Salt. It's real. We gotta talk about it. What's crazy? I didn't want to talk about it because it's just so much shit. But we have to talk about it because it's real shit that's going on out here. COVID's still out here. Racism still here. Isms are still out here. It's shit that's going on, and it's stuff that we normally wouldn't want to do, or people we wouldn't want to see in the office or vote for. But it's certain things that needs to be done in order for other stuff to play a part in it. It's a building stone. You know what I mean? It's a stepping stone. We have to do this in order for this to happen. In order for this to happen, it's a plan. That's why we have to come up with our plan of how we're going to take over this shit and get our shit that we are, that they're supposed to give to us. We don't want no 5 acres and a fucking mule. We want more than that shit. More. But that's why we have to vote, guys. Please, please, please vote in your local elections, and state elections, because they are things that really affect what's going on in your community. So as well, I mean, this presidential election is important as well, but the local and state is the very thing that basically, if you do something wrong, this could whoever's in charge is going to be over it. Do your research. Let's just be positive, think positive. No matter what happens, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, black folks, we've been through so much shit. Whoever wins, we still gonna be the shit. We still gonna be black. We still gonna be black. Do you hear me? No matter who wins, we will figure this shit out regardless, because we are the shit. We are magical. But y'all, I'm not cut it too long, but I can't wait to see what happened. Probably do another episode to see, depending on the results. Depending on the results, I may do another episode this week. But please, y'all, let's breathe in and breathe out, because we got this. It will be okay. Be okay. Everything will work out. Positive vibes. I'm sending out to everybody. Don't stress. Vote. You did what you have to do when you vote. Put it out there. It's in the universe. The universe will respond by the end of Wednesday, by tomorrow, or who knows, because of the mail-in ballots. But we got this. But anyways, next time, check me out on Smell the Roses podcast. I started back my Instagram, and it's Smell the Roses pod. Check me out. Also, if somebody looking for vending machines that they want to place in a place of business, we also have coffee vending machines as well, and we also have mask machine. So just hit me up. You can hit me up on my Instagram at I am AP Rose, or you can hit me up on Rosette Enterprises on Instagram, or again, check us out on rosettenterprises.co. Be blessed. We got this. We got this, y'all. Bye.